Hello viewers, I'm Professor Muhammad Asif Iqbal with you. I'm a professional IELTS and English language expert, and you're watching my channel Advanced IELTS and English with Muhammad Asif Iqbal. Well, in my previous lesson I discussed some parts of IELTS. To what extent do you agree or disagree type of essay, and we talked about how to understand the question, this particular type of question, and how to write its introduction. So before we move ahead with the rest of the lesson that is related to how to write the body paragraphs and the conclusion of this type of essay, let me have a quick review of what we have already discussed in our previous lessons. You can find the links of my previous lessons related to this type of essay in the description below. So previously we discussed about understanding this type of question, and this is what we are going to discuss today, writing the body paragraphs and conclusion and linkers for conclusion. But let me give you a quick review of my previous lessons. So we discussed about writing introductions, paraphrasing the language in the question cards and in the background statement, and then also writing the thesis statement, giving the overall meaning of the question given to us by IELTS. All right, and this is what you can see, this is what we did, and extending our opinion in the thesis statement, that is very important, giving a kind of plan, a blueprint of what we are going to write about in our body paragraphs. So this was what our previous discussion was all about. All right, and today we will deal with writing the body paragraphs exclusively and the conclusion as well. Well, in our body paragraph 1, we must come up with our first reason why we agree or disagree. And similarly, in our second body paragraph, we must show why we agree and give the second reason as well. Okay, we selected the first opinion because we had more points regarding this opinion. As you can see, the points we have: the teenagers are learning from reformed offenders. That's the first opinion. Teenagers are more likely to accept advice from someone who can speak from experience. Okay, that's the first point here. And the second one is the alternatives to using reformed criminals to educate teenagers about crime would be much less effective. All right. Okay, we have two reasons, and the same two reasons we have to show in our thesis statement as well. Okay, if we have two reasons, you must bear in mind we must have two topic sentences. That is quite logical. And similarly, we must come up with two body paragraphs based on two topic sentences. All right, now you can see this is the first body paragraph, and based on the first topic sentence, and then we must have the second body paragraphs based on the second topic sentence. Clear? Sorry. Okay. Now this is the IELTS Band 9 structure, ideally, which the examiners have in mind, and you must also stick to it. You can see here, and we will clarify the rest of the lesson based on this typical type of IELTS Band 9 structure. Okay. Now sentence 1, that is our topic sentence. The first sentence, generally the first sentence, not always, which carries the main idea of the body paragraph. Well, bear in mind, in one paragraph we must always show one idea, a single idea on a topic. All right. And similarly, when we come to the second body paragraphs, so we will show the the first sentence as the topic sentence of that body paragraph. And then sentence 2 and 3, they explain, they are known as the supporting details or the supporting points, which explain the topic sentence, which unfold the topic sentence. And in sentence 4, we give an example or some statistics, while this too, in fact, is the part of topic sentences, which all unfold the topic sentence, explain the topic sentence. And finally, if we need, sometimes we don't need, we write a short summary. That is what we call the concluding sentence of that body paragraph. All right? Okay. Now, do not change, that's my advice, do not change the order of your statement, of your sentences as you put them here. Keep them in the same order, okay? Because that's the logical order you must have in mind. Sorry. Okay, this is how you start. In my opinion, teenagers are more likely to accept advice from someone who can speak from experience. That's my topic sentence. All right. Now, why to explain more? Isn't it clear enough in topic sentence? Now, this is the topic sentence. What do you think? Why do we need to explain it more? Well, that's because IELTS wants us to expand our reason. Okay, we have given the reason in our first topic sentence, fine, but still we need to explain it, and we need to explain it in our supporting sentences. They can be in case of sentence 2, 3, and 4. Okay, and well, why we should do that, I have told you. IELTS wants us to do that, and we must suppose that the examiner knows nothing on the topic at all. Okay, if we have this particular point in mind, we are more likely to remember that we have to explain it. All right, we have to extend our answer. Okay, so do tell the examiner. All right. Now, sentence 1, this is how we begin. Sentence 1 in red, that states the reason why you agree or disagree. Okay, that is our topic sentence. And then in blue, sentence 2 and 3, they explain your reason. They unfold it. Okay, they extend it or expand it. All right. Now, something is missing. If you add it, well, that's ideal. That is the real standard of band 9 answer, and that can be an example, generally an example or a common observation based on our life experience. So you can begin with fourth sentence with for example or for instance. Now these are the words you can quote, and it can be an actual example. All right, so this is how it looks like. All right, you can see, follow the colorings. See, this is my approach. I talked in my introduction about my approach of teaching, so please notice it is quite helpful, and it leads you to think why you have different colors on the screen. So pay attention to them. All right, now you can see this is the example part that we have here. All right, Now you can briefly, coming to the last sentence, we generally have, but not always. Sometimes we do not need it at all, particularly in short paragraphs. Depends upon how you have written the paragraph, but I do suggest you must give it. You must always give it. So briefly rephrase the idea of the topic sentence in summary. You are rephrasing what you have shown in the topic sentence. Now pay attention to it. They are not exactly the same words, but this is your final opinion. What you come up with after you have written all about whatever you have written about in the lines before this final sentence. What comes to your mind? What is your analysis based on your previous writing in the paragraph? All right. This is how it looks like. Okay. So the same template as you have seen can be used for writing the body paragraph 2 and 3 as well, but we don't have time for 3. Generally we go for 2 body paragraphs. Alright, same is the scheme, same is my advice, same are suggestions and the strategies I have already explained in case of writing body paragraph 1, and you can see same things are coming up on the screen. That's why quickly I'm going through these things quite quickly. I'm not explaining them again, but yes, this is the second topic sentence based on our second point, that was the alternatives to using reformed criminals. Well, this is how it should look like. On the other hand, now we are showing the other way, the other side of the picture, but see the technique used. Quite technically, we are in fact favoring our own opinion. Although these signal words are suggesting as if we are going to talk about something that is quite opposite to what we have already discussed, but see what follows after this topic sentence. On the other hand, the alternatives to using reformed criminals to educate teenagers about crime would be much less effective. All right, let's proceed with this statement. Okay, now look at our explanations in sentence 2 and 3 based on this one. The alternatives to using reformed criminals to educate teenagers about crime would be much less effective. One option would be inviting police officials to schools to address young people and inform them about what happens to lawbreakers when they are caught, but young people are often reluctant to take advice from figures of authority. A second option would be teachers to speak to their students about crime, but I doubt students would see them as credible source in this regard. Sorry. Finally, educational films might be informative, but there would be no opportunity for young people to interact and ask questions. Wow, that's our explanation. All right, we can add some example as well here. All right. We briefly rephrase our topic sentence in the form of a supporting point here. As such, all the possible alternatives would prove futile, useless in terms of output. Okay. All right. Now, lastly, how to write the conclusion of this particular essay we have discussed so far. Now, these are the academic linkers you must stick to. Well, in general, all right. In general, why should we not use it? Why? Because it is inappropriate as it generalizes. Okay. And in a nutshell, is inappropriate because it is informal expression. We are in academic, remember my words, in academic writing, this is academic writing, you must use academic or formal expressions. All right, we also call them formal. Okay, finally, why not finally? Because only to show, this is used only to show the final main point in the last body paragraph, that is the conclusion. All right, whereas we are still in the body paragraphs. Okay, we are not in the conclusion. Okay, to sum up, okay, it's okay but not recommended. So what we should do? Well, only and only we have these choices: in conclusion or to conclude, nothing else, because they are the best choices for academic essay and clear indicators for conclusion. My dear, this is conclusion. So give these words. These words are for body paragraphs. They are not for conclusion. All right? Remember that. All right. Now, one sentence is enough to write a conclusion. In conclusion, based on our previous discussion, I fully... Okay, so you restate your opinion given in your thesis. You restate your opinion. Okay, you had two reasons and given in the thesis and shown in the topic sentences of two body paragraphs. Based on them, you show, in conclusion, I fully support the view that people who have turned their lives around after serving a prison sentence could virtually be helpful to deter teenagers from committing crimes, unlike any other alternatives, because we have proved it in second body paragraphs that the alternatives are not recommended based on our arguments or on our supporting points in the second body paragraph. All right. Okay, so restate two reasons here. To deter teenagers, two reasons must be. Now this is restating the opinion here in blue color, and in red color restating two reasons. Okay, first reason was to deter teenagers from committing crimes, and the second one, unlike any other alternative, that was in body paragraph 2. All right. So, and finally, never add new ideas to your conclusion. This will be a blunder. Never do that. All right. Why? Because you are restating. Your conclusion is the restatement of your thesis. Okay. So do not show different opinions here. Okay. So finally, this is This is how your essay looks like. And it shows 287 words approximately. That is band 9 answer. Ideally, you must write at least 280 words, 270 to 80 words to go for the ideal length of band 9 answer. All right. Of course, the quality also matters. It's not just the number of words that you must have in mind. Okay. Okay, dear viewers, I hope it was quite friendly lesson and comprehensible lesson. In our today's lesson, as you can see, what we discussed was about how to write the body paragraphs of agree. To what extent do you agree or disagree type of essay, and we also discussed how to write the conclusion of this particular type of essay, and we also saw what are the linkers to be used in writing conclusion. And we also had a quick review of our previous lessons related to understanding this particular type of question known as to what extent do you agree or disagree type of essay, and also about how to write the introduction of this particular type of essay. I hope it was clear to you. You have got the concept. This was all about today's lesson. Please subscribe, like, and share my videos with your social circle, with your kith and kin, friends, and all that. And last but not the least, I always remind you, please do give me your feedback in the comment sections, constructive feedback, so that I can improve upon my coming work according to what you suggest to me. And that will be a great motivational factor to me, and also it encourages me to go for better work in my coming videos. So remain in touch, and find the links, because those who have not attended my previous lectures, it's quite important for them to follow a sequence of the videos in the form of a playlist that I have generated on my channel. Thank you very much, and hope to see you in touch in my coming videos. Thank you very much.